I'd like to welcome Brett Driver back. We're gonna be playing SPYFALL today. The most fun game for us to, I don't know, it gets requested a lot.
The great thing about SPYFALL is all about who you play with. So every game is pretty much different. So it's good replayability. Okay, cool. So Brett again is first.
Brett's been first question almost every time.
And I have the
Is
location.
that really random?
Yep, I have location and my roll.
My next good question was gonna be, what are the consequences if you get caught just being completely hammered here? Which I think is a pretty good question for just about anywhere.
Yeah.
Alex, do you ever...
Do you? Is there a...
If you had to say... All right, if you had to say... All right, do you have a lot of pencils?
After all that, you have a lot of pencils.
God.
I mean, yeah. I've got the same amount of pencils as I have any other writing utensil, so.
I mean, they can be erased.
You don't understand. I'm going somewhere with this. You don't understand. You don't understand my detective skills.
I understand it completely.
My detective skills are honed in.
There's
Okay.
a narrative to his questioning.
Brandon, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say this place is in terms of expenses?
In terms of expenses, 7. D. If you get caught ridiculously hammered here, what are the consequences?
The consequences is I get fired.
No, 2 weeks.
No 2 weeks. No, they might give me 2 weeks. Or, depends. Who knows? They might not be able to fire me at all. Depending on how long I've been around, they might not be able to fire me at all. Alex?
That's the kind of guy who'll tell you how many pencils he's got.
What would you say the size of this place is?
Big? I mean, it depends on where.
Big, it depends on
big,
where.
It's big, depends on where.
Brandon,
Yeah,
meals, are they covered or do you have to pay for them?
they are covered. Based on my role.
Interesting.
Brett,
Yeah.
if you were a patron of this place, would you spend a long time here?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not, like, I'm assuming if your role is that you work here.
I'd spent quite a long time here. Yeah. D. Let me ask you this question: If you were not caught, can you smoke here?
In designated areas, I'm pretty sure you can.
What I mean to say.
The only question you get.
Never quite sense.
Yeah.
What would you say the main source of transportation is around here?
Cars, bicycles, walking.
Pretty much all forms of
So pretty much
transportation.
all the forms of transportation.
All the transportation
Besides-
is what they have here.
Besides jump packs, I guess.
Boats.
I mean, I want to ask D a question, but he keeps asking me. Although I trust Brett.
You can ask D a
Why don't you
question.
ask him the question you're gonna ask me?
Brandon, how nice are your clothes that you would wear here?
I wear the same thing every day. Brett. See a lot of sun here?
Not really. No.
In general, it's a below average sun place.
10 seconds.
D. Do you have friends here?
I have friends here.
We gotta call vote
I
really
have
quick.
friends. I vote that it's
I was gonna-
Brandon.
I vote it's Brandon.
Who do you think it is?
I think it's.
You think it's D again?
I
Why do
do
you think
kind of.
it's-
I do
I
kind
go
of
back
think
and
it's D,
forth.
but I'm gonna vote Brandon. Brandon's questions are weird.
We're striking zeros
Let's go
left and
with
right on the
Brandon.
timer here.
Let's
I'm gonna go with
Brandon.
Brandon. His questions are very weird.
Let's go with Brandon. I'm not voting for you. Play that clarinet.
Clear that.
Cliff, who's a spy?
I'm gonna go Brandon.
You're correct.
questions are fucking
What's the
weird.
location?
Even though the time expired, so it's technically a spy
Well,
win. It's
well,
a prison.
So you can't have pencils in a prison.
So,
Yeah, what made you think it was a prison?
I was suspicious of it being the prison because you asked about the pencils. I thought it was
I
shanking.
tell you, see?
As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh shit, the spy's gonna know it's some kind of school.
Well, I mean that would be the obvious thing, but I was thinking it was shanking. Was what you're going for?
See, that's what I was going
And
for.
then when I asked you if you were a patron here, if you spent a long time here, you said you spent a long time here.
Yeah.
I got that.
There was a lot
and
of
so I
things
was like,
reinforcing
okay.
prison,
It was the university.
which is like a prison.
this round, we're gonna hide all the roles, guys, so you can play along with us, and we'll reveal them at the end.
Go for it.
Okay.
D's asking the first question this time.
Alex, based on your role, what do you wear when you come here?
A uniform, but kind of a weird one. Brett. I don't want to say anything to give it away.
You wouldn't, huh?
How early do you have to wake up in the morning?
Like, by 4, probably like 4 a.m. Probably 4 a.m.
Ouch, man.
Brandon,
Yeah.
are there a lot of potential females here?
A lot of potential.
Potential females.
What does that mean?
More than there used to be.
More than there used to be?
There were some pretty dark times a while ago, but it's getting better.
Those were some dark times. I'm glad things have changed though since then.
Yeah.
All right.
It's always like. D.
Good luck.
Here's a question that doesn't get asked very often, but it's one that people would assume would get asked quite a bit. What is your role here?
What is my role here?
Obviously, you don't want to directly say it if it gives it
I don't
away,
want to
but so you can
letter for letter tell you.
dance around it. But that is a
Okay.
completely legitimate question.
I'm here to make sure everyone is doing an okay job. I can ask Brian. So, Alex,
Yep.
do you feel respected here?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Although I'm not often seen. Brandon.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the spy?
You?
I think it's Brandon. It's Brandon.
Wait, why?
Hold on before you go with that one. Listen to this question, Spy. Brett, is your family proud of you for being here?
Absolutely.
I guess it depends on your role.
Oh, depends on my role. No, it can be any worse pleased with me.
I don't want you in this house. You're out of this house.
They couldn't be any more disgusted with Brett.
Any more disgusted. I'm not going into detail, but okay.
They would vomit.
Just by my role. Any other scenario? I mean, yeah, they probably love me. Alex, do we go hiking a lot?
Yes, I don't do hardly any moving for my job though.
Okay.
I think it's Brandon, but I think he has a guess of what it is. It's running out of time. It's just Brandon, but
Ask a question then, dude. Ask a question.
Brandon.
Ask any question.
Brandon,
Yeah.
are you the spy?
No.
Why would you ask that question? What are you wasting?
Brandon's a spy. He just has a guess. He knows
All
what
right,
it is because
all right,
of what
so
Brett
we have to
said.
make a vote.
It's Brandon.
It's Alex.
It's
I just
Brandon,
answered
but he
the
knows
most-
what it is.
I just answered the most
do you think it
important
is?
question that it's not me.
I think it's Alex.
Okay, Alex, who do you think it is?
It's Brandon, but he knows what it is, so it doesn't matter.
All right, well, I think it's me, and it's the military base.
Oh!
And you're the chef.
Chef? No, I was a sniper.
So it's
Oh,
D?
you were there?
Sniper is a good one because it is a weird uniform.
My question
Your
was...
questions, like, it sounded like you knew.
if your parents would
Yeah.
have been proud of you here.
I was a deserter.
You were a deserter. Your girl was a deserter.
It's kind of tricky because Brett sort of gave it away, so I was like, I figured you picked up on that instantly, and we're like, oh, I know what it is, so I'm just gonna ask questions that are
You
obvious.
can't assume
and
that the game's already lost. My question was gonna be,
your questions are weird.
I asked if there's a lot of honor to be had here. Come on, man.
It was too like your questions were too obvious.
I didn't even suspect, do you?
Yeah, I really.
So my question was gonna be a weird one. This is a good segue. It was gonna be, if this was Battlegrounds, what type of loot would you expect to find here? Because that works for a lot of these places, right? Obviously there'd be good loot here. But that said, I think we should, next time we play Battlegrounds, we should have our phones ready and we should just hit the middle of the circle after we like loot up and get into a house and try to squeeze a game in.
Squeeze the game in the house.
In the Battlegrounds, like let's try to combo Battlegrounds and SPYFALL.
Battlegrounds.
Just like pinch it in
We're
there.
gonna wind up accidentally shooting whoever.
We're all be sitting there looking out the windows covered and just like go around, right? I think we could combo game
Be
this.
like, everyone point your guns at who you think the spy is. And everyone's like,
Yeah.
Oh, I saw you go for that arm.
Yeah,
I saw you go for that arm.
wrong arm, but gets the job
Boy.
done.
Dude, that's some
Kind
messed
of
up stuff.
disappointed.
Dude, hack him. It's not a slight. It's not
not
a
a steak
slow
knife.
cutting tomato game. Oh, he's still swinging. His helmet is preventing you from chopping his head off.
You're right.
Try from behind.
There it
Oh,
goes.
I
I just
guess
need
you
to
can
take
do
his
that.
helmet off. Not terrible, not good either, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
aim for his face. Shoot him right in the face. Wait for him to dip that shield.